I'm gonna make a science video real quick so you guys can understand where I'm at, because I know a lot of you guys think I lost my mind or I'm crazy or something, but let me explain. So this is the light spectrum. These are the colors we can see. We can perceive them. We know what they are, and every combination in between. We've encountered them. Um, that's all we know. This is all we can see. All of this, they have their own colors. Each one of these has their own rainbow of colors that we can't comprehend. We can't even compare them to these because they're nothing like them. So, like, there's no way if you see one of these colors that you can even describe it as one of these or use one of these basically to describe it, but that's basically what we have to do. So here's a more accurate depiction. So that rainbow of colors is this little strip of rainbow, and all this is color. All these, this should be a huge rainbow right here, right? So the thing is, black and white are not colors, they're neutral tones. So they're in all these spectrums. Black and white covers them all. So when you flip an image to black and white, you're seeing all this at once. That's why it's so chaotic and it's all scrambled, you know what I mean? There's so much going on. It's because we can't place these colors in those spots because we can only use these to even describe them. And just imagine trying to describe all this with this much information. So when you go to black and white, it shows every detail, every step of the way, every one. So it's just wild, like frequency waves. So to the eyeball. So this is eyeball. This is how basically you see. Light comes in. It goes through these lenses right here. These are your focusing lenses right here, basically. When you see something far away, your pupils dilate. All these basically adjust to make your image clear. And then it comes back here where it's mirrored, right here. So it goes through this lens, and then everything you see, ever seen in your whole life, has been a mirrored image of what's in front of you, basically, just like a camera. And like these are facts, So this is how a camera works. This is a pinhole camera, or this is how a camera focuses. Same thing. Light comes through the lens. This is the retina or whatever, the lenses right there that come through. That's how you focus, basically. Same thing, just like your eyeball. Lens is an eyeball. And here's the pinhole camera. It flips the image upside down whenever it comes through. Alright. This is how the brain works. The right side controls the left side controls the right. So this side of the brain is controlling this eyeball. This side of the brain is controlling this eyeball. So when we're born, our perception of reality is already flipped. Every other animal on the planet, when it comes out, it damn near instantly can walk, get up, walk, take off. Humans, the most advanced species on Earth, has to crawl before they walk. Why? How come we can't just get out and walk? Because of 2 feet? Like, we're advanced. We should have balance, you know what I mean? Like, but it's not. We can't. We're trying to basically cope with what's going on in front of us because it doesn't make sense. And then we start basically building everything we know on our experiences from birth, so we accept that the left is right and the right is left. We don't even know the difference, So that's why it mirrors side to side. And that's why it mirrors up and down. And you can mirror it multiple times because it's going through multiple lenses. So when I stack my pictures or I do the either monochrome or the quicksilver, which puts like a layer of water over it, like another lens, basically you're getting another form of the picture, basically, just a less clear. So when I figure out the right, basically, amount of mirroring or lenses to go through, you're going to see the perfect images you need to see. And even with this, like, this side of your brain sees 3D forms and this one sees numbers, So when you see these patterns, you're going to see faces and you'll see numbers and you'll see, but we're scrambled. So when you mirror it, then they make sense. Then you see your numbers, then you see your faces, then you see your, then you logic. So it all starts to make sense to you, I promise. And these are all, this is science. You can't argue with this. This isn't something you can say I'm wrong about or whatever. These are accepted in medical books and in science. So this is what it is. Like, so say for instance on here, like we can't see these colors, any of these, but we can make an infrared camera, which will pick up the waves. But when we make that camera or that device, we use these colors to describe what's going on, So if you put an infrared camera on you, the hot parts are going to be red, and then, the cooler parts are going to go down to blue. But they're not red and blue. That's just how we can explain what's going on, because this is all we have to work with. So we can do that basically with all these. We just have to use these colors to explain what's going on in each one of these sections. Now, I told you these things, they all have their own frequency. So cosmic rays, gamma rays, x-rays, they're all connected, like they all have their own deity or whatever associated with them. So, when we're going to the doctor and getting x-rays, that's who we're going to, this guy, and I can show you doctors and I can show you x-ray machines or whatever you need to see, mirrored and inverted, and you'll see it at every single one. Like, the same guy will be there. It can't be coincidence. It's just not possible. But yeah, that's like, I guess that's the science side. That's the best way I can explain it. Black and white will show it all, and then singling out what's going on and figuring out what colors to associate with what would make it perfect. And I'm trying to write an app basically that'll do this for us, or basically break it down into sections, gamma rays or whatever. But your phone can't pick this up. You need equipment for it. But most of it all of it can be seen in a picture. Everything is seen in the picture. Gamma rays, all of it is captured. It's all light. So if there's gamma rays there and you take the picture, they have to show up because you're capturing all the black and white of it. Now, when you get the full image, it's basically figuring out, what's hot and what's cold, or what's, good and what's bad, or whatever you want to call it, on each one of these spectrums. If that makes any sense to you guys, that's where I'm coming from. That's the science side of it.